Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GQ Jedi. If you're not already subscribed to me, blast that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. Now everyone likes to talk about their favorite Star Wars figures, the toys they like, but nobody likes to talk about the ones they don't like. Well, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to tell you the 5 Star Wars figures that I don't really like. Starting off my list of least favorite figures would have to be none other than Walrus Man, otherwise known as Panda Baba, the creature cantina alien that lost a fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Poor guy. I don't mean to hate on this figure, but I don't really like the way he looks. Not a big fan of the green skin that Kenner chose to give him instead of gray skin. I don't know why they did that in the movie. Panda Baba clearly has gray skin, but here they gave him green face and green hands. I don't understand that. It's a little weird. At least they gave him the tusks and the big eyes. They did at least get that part right on the figure, which is great. But it's really the orange sweater thing they gave him. I don't understand that. They gave him some kind of cardigan, I don't know, some sweater looking thing. And in the movie, he had a jacket. Why couldn't they sculpt this thing into a jacket for him? Make that thing look a little cooler, make him, like Han Solo, even if he had a vest, they could have sculpted that into a jacket somehow. No matter where I put him in this collection, he stands out because of this orange and blue-green combination that he's sporting. It's ugly. I mean, there's blue limbs. What's going on with the blue limbs? In the movie, again, I never saw blue. He had an orange jacket. Kenner, what is with the blue limbs? Please explain this to me. Blue limbs, green hands, an ugly orange sweater, and scuba diving fins for feet. That's the best one. Scuba diving fins. Explain that one to me. Is this guy a deep sea diver? Where is he going to go diving on Tatooine? I know he's not from Tatooine. He's an Aqualish species alien, but yeah, just the whole thing. I don't understand the creative choices that Kenner took with this figure, how they got what we saw in the bar, in the movie, to what we have here in my hand right now. Baffles me still. I want to like this figure a lot more. I really do, but I can't. I just can't for some reason. I can't get over it. I just can't. I'm being honest. Sorry, man. And up next in the line of worst figures for me, I'd have to choose the Cloud Car Pilot. Yeah, I've never really liked this figure as hard as I try. I just don't think he really looks that Star Wars-ish, if I can even say that. Just the whole aesthetic, the whole costume. Even, I don't know, the white jumpsuit, the helmet even bothers me. It looks all 60s retro spaceman. Doesn't look like Star Wars to me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what it is about this figure, but I don't know what drawings they used to get this guy, but it doesn't work for me. I wish it did. I know it's, he's a cloud car pilot and a cloud car needs a pilot, but I wish this guy just looked cooler. And he has a blaster and he gets a comm link. Like, why does this figure get 2 accessories? He gets 2 accessories. Lobot should have gotten the comm link. If anyone should have gotten a second accessory, not this guy. So he's in my collection. And, there he is. I don't know what to say about this pilot. I just wish he looked cooler. I really thought, he would look way better than this. But, he's part of the line, so I have him. All right, guys, moving into the Return of the Jedi figures. The next worst figure for me would have to be Han and Carbonite. Sorry, Han, old buddy, but it's true. Kenner didn't treat you well. This figure doesn't look like anything like Harrison Ford. I would have thought after 4 other releases of Han Solo figures in 2 movies, they would have got their act together. But I guess the consolation prize was this Carbonite slab that they decided to make full scale and make it larger than the one that came with the Slave One, which was nice. It's a nice upgrade to get a full-size Carbonite slab. I'm not going to lie, this is better than the little one, for sure. It's I don't know. I guess this figure needed to be made. He does spend time in Jabba's palace. Makes sense to have the Carbonite slab. They went out on the detail. on the slab itself. It does look like him. And you could pick up the slab and you could stick Han in there. You get the see-through kind of. I think Kenner was trying to give kids the thawing out effect, which kind of works. That's kind of cool. Get some cool points there for the see-through figure aspect. But the figure itself, I don't know. He's just kind of a mess to me still. He just doesn't look right. I mean, Han Solo. Well, this doesn't look like Han Solo to me. This looks like another action figure altogether. This guy is a beefy mess. This guy is a thick-headed, thick-necked, huge torso, small arms. I mean, look at the proportions on this action figure. It's a crime what they've done to Harrison. Look at his neck. I mean, look at this. It's thick. I mean, he's huge. He's got like a football player's body with like basketball player's arms. I don't understand the choices that Kenner made with that. They did a fine job on the other iterations. His pants, they didn't put a yellow stripe on the pants like he has. That would have been a simple paint app. So they kind of blew it with that as well. I mean, they did make a great Carbonite slab for him, but I feel like Han should have come with another accessory, like perhaps the staff that he used aboard the skiff when he was fighting the guards. Could have gotten this staff or even the Palace Blaster, possibly. The slab is great, but another accessory may have redeemed Han and Carbonite just a little bit more. Possibly. Maybe. And next we have Yakface. This guy is one of the last 17s. I actually did a full review on him, which I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys. So I won't spend too much time on him. But yeah, Yakface, he is a cool figure. But in this span of figures, he's not that cool in the Star Wars line. His likeness is pretty decent to what we saw in the film, which is totally acceptable. That's cool. I think he does look like the camel-esque figure he represents. But he got an action figure, and he was only on screen for less than 10 seconds. I'm not sure what that's all about. Like I said, great likeness. But he got a figure, and he got a staff. He got a battle axe staff, which he doesn't even look like he'd use a weapon, and yet he got this weapon. So that kind of just seems out of place for him, for his character. So I'm not really sure what they could have given him in place of this staff. Something else, some other accessory perhaps would have made it seem more likely for him to be holding it and using it. The figure, I don't know. Like I said, he's just kind of lame for me. Boring color scheme. The guy with 5 seconds of screen time got an action figure, comes with an accessory that doesn't look like it belongs with him. He's the last 17 figure, and I'm supposed to be crazy about him because he wasn't released in the United States, and I'm not that crazy about him. I would have happily traded him out for a different Jabba figure, or just not a Jabba figure, just somebody else altogether. Somebody a little bit more important, perhaps. All right, guys, and for my number one least favorite Star Wars action figure is none other. It's a very easy decision for me to make, but it's the Imperial Dignitary. I can't stand this figure. Maybe it's because he had 2 seconds of screen time in Return of the Jedi. He was in 2 scenes with the Emperor, and if you blinked or went to the bathroom, you definitely missed this guy, I promise. So that kind of irks me that a guy with, 5-6 seconds of screen time again gets a figure, and it's a purple figure. He's wearing a cardinal outfit from like the Roman Church or something, or like the Pope. I mean, he's got this bathrobe looking thing with this goofy hat. He's just this purple mess. If it wasn't for the Emperor, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. That is the only reason why we're talking about this guy, because of Palps. They use the same leg body style, so it's very lazy, just a lazy body that they made for this character. It's like even Kenner didn't even care, but I guess it works because he has a robe on, and so it just flows, and so it makes sense to give him these blocky, chunky legs. I don't know. They'd used it for Anakin, the Emperor, Bib Fortuna, and this guy right here, the Dignitary. I don't know, guys. Even his limbs. His hands, they can't hold anything. They're virtually useless. He can slap people around, but that's it. But who's he gonna slap? No one. So he's absolutely useless. A useless figure. I can't stress this enough. Ugly eyesore. I say eyesore because he's purple. He looks nothing like the rest of the color schemes for the Star Wars characters. He completely stands out in a bad way. I wish he didn't. It really doesn't matter where I put him in my collection. Anywhere in the collection, he will stand out. I can put him, over here, for example, and boop, my eye goes right to him every single time without fail, no matter where I put him. He just is an eyesore. He's this purple, ugly beacon in my Star Wars collection of action figures, and I wish he wasn't here. Well, guys, those are the 5 figures that I could do without, but what are your 5 figures? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you guys like this video, give that like button a thumbs up because it does help out the channel, and if you've not done so, blast that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. And remember, collect or collect not, there is no try.